Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And on this Transformation Tuesday, we have one of the greatest women that has transformed my personal life, Drea Renee. She is an amazing host. She's on Deep Issues on Poker Go. I'm all about deep issues.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about transforming people pleasing into confidence. She has one of the funniest women I've ever met in my life.
Thanks, girlfriend.
So glad you're here.
Thank you. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi. Well, I'm so glad we don't have to keep a poker face this morning because mine, not good.
I don't have a constant cheese over here.
Well, with all the poker that you've been observing, I'm surprised you haven't got the Lady Gaga poker face now.
No, I don't have one. If I play cards, it's just like I'd rather have aces or like a bad hand. I'm just like,
That's
they never
lashes,
know.
baby.
They never know.
Okay, we want to get into the whole transformation conversation, but first, you're going to be massaging crazy people like Kevin Hart, and you're going to massage him, and you're going to be having like interview conversations.
Yeah.
What the hell is that all about?
It's good to be a celebrity, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I got into poker through massage about like 8 years ago. And then a friend of mine got me into hosting because she knew I wanted to do TV stuff. And then from that, I just started traveling the world and like meeting people and ran into Kevin Hart and massaged him and interviewed him, and he's amazing.
It's an incredible niche.
I know.
You're like, let me get you real relaxed. And
I know.
everything's off the record, right?
Exactly. That's what they call deep issues. And they're just answering questions and it's flowing. It's very cool.
Right. But you're so funny. So you bring out like anybody who's not even funny at all. And they're around you, all of a sudden they become comedians.
Back it up, girl.
Right?
Yes.
You have to follow her Instagram stories because you're very, very talented.
Thank you.
So what are the stories you're looking to tell? I mean, what is your mission with Deep Issues?
Honestly, like the poker players are so serious at the table. So basically we just give them a chance to talk about their lives, not about the hands, not about the cards. And so you get to know a different side of them versus just being at the table. Because honestly, no offense to them, I love them, but they're all like these sort of like socially awkward people, not the celebrities, but the ones who just play regularly. And so you get to like see them laugh and what do they do? Like what are they doing in the mornings? How do they like get through their day? So that's what I kind of like bring out in them.
Right?
Yeah.
So what's been the funniest moment massaging them while they're being interviewed?
I think Kevin Hart clearly was funny. I mean, like, honestly, I was laughing so much in the interview, I could barely, like, think of the questions that I was going to ask him. He is hilarious.
That's funny.
And he's like that all the time,
Yeah.
constantly. Like, his wife is always laughing.
And it's not just what he says, it's how he says it.
It's
almost
how he
anything that comes out of his
says it.
mouth is funny.
Yes.
I'm like,
the
I don't even know what he just said, but
delivery.
it's hilarious.
Doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Drea. I'm like,
So let's get a little more serious.
oh, yes.
Yes.
What are my deep issues?
This woman has, you've heard some of my darkest moments, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. And I know that you yourself have gone through it, like all of us have gone through all kinds of things, in particular kind of self-pleasing and realizing how do we transform that into confidence? Was there a moment for you?
Actually, I had one recently. People pleasing has been something that I've struggled with my entire life. Just wanting to be liked, feel like I fit in. And so saying yes to things all the time, and it's gotten me into like a lot of trouble. And I think in my early 30s, I finally learned to say no. I had to do some self-help and do some programs, but it's really difficult because I sort of like took care of my family growing up and had to make sure everybody was okay all the time, just sort of ignoring my own personal needs. And I remember the first time I said no to someone, I mean, like I had so much anxiety about it. And the thing is, like, everybody's gonna be fine. But in my mind,
Right.
I think that this person's gonna die if I don't go to lunch with them. And it's like, they gonna be all right.
They're gonna live.
I know.
They will
And
live.
and you even like dating, telling someone that I'm not interested in them, or they decide that they're interested in me, so then I'm like, I have to be interested in them. Like I can't tell them no, but I'm going to date with them. And my mom's like, girl, you're not that important. You're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Like, let him go. So I'm like, Mark, I cannot go. He's like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Okay. Take care. But the whole time I'm like, I don't want to hurt his feelings. And
I'm very
so-
much the same way. Like you get like
Yeah.
so afraid just to
So
say no that
afraid.
you don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah, I stuttered. I was like, no, whoa, no. Yes,
Just one syllable.
one syllable. And sometimes no is okay. I don't have to give all these reasons. And that's another thing too. Can you go do this? And I'm like, no. Ooh, okay, that's nice. So I've been walking into that more recently, and it's really like it gave me a lot of confidence because I'm taking care of myself and not putting everyone's needs before mine.
What brought you to the point where you were clear that you had to stop or drop the people pleasing? Was there something specific that
Yes.
brought you to that place? What was it?
When I had 7 people messaging me going, are you going to show up? And I basically had an anxiety attack where I was like, I can't do this to myself anymore. I have to start saying, I'm not going to do that. You know,
Just being overcommitted.
overcommitted. Yeah.
I think that's one of the greatest realizations because it's true. It's like there's 7 billion people on the planet. And I think for most people pleasers, you almost need to get to a place where you've tried people pleasing, you know, with respect to so many people and you realize the futility of it all. It's
Yes,
like,
yeah.
There's always one more person
Always.
that could, you know, you potentially couldn't people please enough for. And you find yourself unhappy no matter how many people you please.
And unfortunately for me, I have to like have things done at gunpoint spiritually. My mom always said, like, it doesn't, I don't just wake up, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna change today. Like something tragic has to happen. And I'm on the ground crying. I'm like, I think I'll change.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, but that's the only way I get things done. And then I'll end up doing things I don't want to do and like expending energy. And I'm like, I don't even want to be here because I don't even like this person.
Yeah.
You know, I have a friend, I call her my McDonald's friend. No offense, McDonald's. And it's like, I forget how terrible she is. And I won't have it for a while. And I'm like, ooh, a Big Mac sounds like a good idea. And then I go have it. I'm like, this tastes like, you know what? And you know what I'm saying? So I just stop doing that now. I like think about what am I going to feel like afterwards. And so I say no now.
But one of the things you do as, you know, because we all go to lunch with girlfriends and we all want to vent at some level. We're
Yeah.
girls, right? But you do it in such a profound way that you constantly are making fun of yourself. And it doesn't feel like I'm like, oh, she's complaining again. Like you do it in such a fun, spunky way. Is that a talent? Like how this is what you do too. You have a conversation with yourself while you're telling the story and you're like, and how, was this a talent? Did you learn the skill? Were you born this way?
I think I got it from my mom, but it's not really something that I think I did get from my
I
mom.
got
Hey, girl. I didn't really I don't think about it. It's just something that sort of really comes natural to me, and I definitely get it from my mom. Like my mom, whatever job she has, she's always the biggest personality in the room. And so I definitely got that from my mom, but it just comes naturally. I don't really think that I'm doing anything and then everyone in the room is laughing, which I've also started to appreciate more about myself. You're like, you're so funny, but you know, I couldn't take compliments for the longest time. So that's also something that's new for me too. Being like, you know what, I am funny. Okay.
So watching these guys, you see some huge poker players, and
Yeah.
it's such an interesting industry, and you see how, you know, some of them are transforming their lives in not so good ways, and then some are transforming their lives in amazing ways. What have you witnessed from a transformational standpoint around human beings? Because you witnessed so many.
Yeah, and unfortunately with poker, the energy is so based on like whatever tournament you won or whatever you lost, and these guys are experiencing huge losses. And so you just see people walking around just feeling bad. They're eating terribly. They're sitting at the table for 10, 12 hours a day. And some of them like eventually get some money and turn that into fitness, and they start companies. And so it's interesting to see guys like first come in when they're younger, and then they'll change their lives and use their money for something good. But that takes a long time, you know.
They have to learn the hard way.
Yeah, of course.
It's really interesting. I'd be interested to know because, you know, I see people in like like let's say sports arena or people in the business arena that are extraordinarily successful. Let's say they're professionals in whatever they do. And I've discovered that the ones that are really, really good are almost non-reactive in the face of failure and success. There's a level of equanimity and focus that just isn't shaken. Right? And I wonder if you've seen that too with some of the best poker players or not.
Well, they have to be because they're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. The tournament I was just at this weekend in Vegas, it was a $100,000 tournament.
Yeah.
And once you bust the tournament, it means you're done. The money's gone.
Yeah.
It's $100,000.
I lost $12 playing poker. And I cried. I thought, my God, that was lunch. Like,
I lost $50 2 years ago, and I still think about it. I'm like, dang, how did I do that?
that's a skill.
And to lose $100,000, there was a tournament over the summer. It was $1 million buy-in, and one guy busted in 20 minutes. $1 million gone, and they just have to take it, and they know what they're getting themselves into because they're all professionals. But I'm just like, what do you do after that?
I don't understand how they can really almost detach emotionally.
Yeah, you
from
have
that.
to. You
They need a
have to.
serious massage.
A serious
that.
massage. But they're almost like robots. They have to like take their emotions and put them aside and just do the job at hand. But it does affect them in their personal lives because I've dated a few.
That's
I'm the
fun.
ones that won the $1 million and not lost it.
I mean, well, he's all right, girl.
That's so good. Well, you definitely deserve. I'm so happy for you because you're one of the most talented women I know.
Thank
I'm not
you.
just saying that as your girlfriend, like you truly are. And I know that poker, all these shows, you're going nowhere but up because
Thank
you're
you,
such an
Erin.
integral woman. You're so funny. You have so much to give to everyone. You bring light everywhere you are.
Thank you.
So tell everyone where they can find you.
Everyone can find me on Drea Renee _N on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Oh, thank
Love
you
it.
so much for being here.
Thanks,
babe.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow. Good morning, La La Land.